Reading from The Throne of the Third Heaven of the Nation's Millennium General Assembly by Denis Johnson. It's poems collected anew. Page 3. Quickly aging here. Nothing to drink in the refrigerator but juice from the pickles come back long dead, or thin ketchup. I feel I am old now, though surely I am young enough. I feel that I have had winters, too many heaped cold and dry as reptiles into my slack skin. I am not the kind to win and win. No, I am not that kind. I can hear my wife yelling, "Damn it, quit running over," talking to the stove, yelling, "I mean it, just stop." And I am old, and I wonder about everything. Birds clamber south. Your car kaputs in a blazing, dusty nowhere. Things happen, and constantly you wish for your slight home, for your wife's rusted voice slamming around the kitchen. So few of us wonder why we crowded as strange, monstrous bodies blindly into one another till the bed choked and our range of impossible maneuvers was gone. But isn't it because by dissolving like so much dust into the sheets, we are crowding south into the kitchen, into nowhere? Next poem, page 5, from the collection The Man Among the Seals. A boy aged 6 remembering. This has been a busy day. In the morning there was his mother, calling to him from the garden, and he ran, thinking that he was a tower, into the light around her. He had wanted to bring her water, or a small thing. Later he will perhaps harness the afternoon and send it ahead to pull us down or up. Who can say for later? Now is the thing. Now with the light around the house and the yard, and earlier, before lunch, when he saw his father at the well, sending the pail far down into the cooler, hidden water. Earlier, when he saw his father reaching down like that into the water, and did not recognize the composition of a memory, or how these people, are often composed of memories. Victory. The woman whose face has just finished breaking with a joy so infinite and heavy that it might be grief has won a car on a giveaway show for her family, for an expanse of souls that washes from a million picture tubes onto the blank reaches of the air. Meanwhile, the screams are packing the air to a hardness. In the studio, the audience will no longer move, will be caught slowly, like ancient staring mammals, figuring out the double cross within the terrible progress of a glacier. Here, I am suddenly towering with loneliness, repeating to this woman's only face, this time, again, I have not won. Spring, page 7. By now, even the ground deep under the ground has dried. The grass, becoming green, does not quite remember the last year or the year before, or the centuries that kept passing over. All of these blades thought that America's grief over the ruptured flesh of its leaders was another wind going into the sky. A rabbit stiffens with hard sorrow up from the grass and runs. Well, it is another spring, and in the clouds it is the ranging spectacle of a crowd of congressmen accusing one another, each moving in his own shadow against the next. Why I might go to the next football game. Sometimes you know things. Once at a birthday party, a little girl looked at her new party gloves and said she liked me, making suddenly the light much brighter so that the very small hairs shone above her lip. I felt stuffed like a swimming pool, with words like I knew something that was in a great tangled knot. And when we sat down, I saw there were tiny glistenings on her legs, too. I knew something for sure then, but it was too big, or like the outside too everywhere, or maybe hiding inside, behind the bicycles where I later kissed her, not using my tongue. It was too giant and thin to squirm into, and be so well inside of, or too well hidden to punch and feel. A few days later on the asphalt playground I tackled her. She skinned her elbow, and I even punched her and felt how soft the hairs were. I thought that I would make a fine football playing poet, but now I know it is better to be an old, breathing man wrapped in a great coat in the stands, who remains standing after each play, who knows something, who rotates in his place, rasping over and over the thing he knows. Why didn't he pass? The other end was wide open. The end was wide open. The end was wide open.